Alright guys, it's Art here from Asmodus again, bringing you a new product called the Nefarius. So this is the world's first TF, BF, RDTA. I'm sure some of you guys out there are like, why would I want to squonk an RDTA? Simply because it's awesome. Think about this, if you got 4 mils of juice here and 6 mils of juice here, ultimately you have 10 mils of juice. Squonk this thing up, man, fill it up, simply just shake it over, you know, re-wicked, everything's good to go, ready. So let's go ahead and take a look at this build deck. It's very reminiscent of the Galatek, slight changes obviously. These little cutouts right here actually allow for 20% heat reduction, as well as there's little notches cut here to prevent from breaking any of your leads, which is really amazing. Now, when I say TF, for those of you who don't know, you would simply just take your juice, stick it right through here, and squirt it in. That's would fill it up the chamber, up to 4 mils, like I said. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom of it. So you have your Asmodus Nefarius, laser engraved at the bottom. Classy as always. You will also receive 1 stab wood flavor drip tip. It's going to be a mixture of acrylic and stab wood, similar to our mosaic editions. Very reminiscent of this as well. Matches up beautifully. All right, let's go ahead and pop this thing on here. Now, to give you guys a little spec on this, it's going to be 24.5 millimeters around. Like I said, you get 1 drip tip for cloud, 1 drip tip with flavor. You're going to have nice deep Asmodus engraving right here on the cap itself. Very nice deep engraving. As I also said before, it's the first ever TF-BF RDTA. If you also look here, you have 3 different airflow sizes. So you have large, medium, and small. If you want a fatter cloud, obviously you go for large, more of a tighter draw, and therefore, you know. The Nefarius stainless steel will be completely stainless steel, whereas the black will have a black top cap with gold everything else. So being gold base, gold build deck, gold everything. Gold will be solid gold, and blue will have blue cap with gold everything. Just a little preview of what's coming. Let's go ahead and build this thing up. So I'm pretty sure you guys at home noticed that I'm building this on top of the Spruzza. Reason being is that I feel like a lot of people don't quite understand the Spruzza too well. They have issues with overjuicing. I feel that that's simply just because, you know, everybody's used to a bottle. You know, this is definitely new technology. Truthfully, you need only about 1 to 2 pumps to rejuice your atomizer. But with this on top of here, this limits the confusion of how much to pump or anything. Simply, you can just pump this thing away until it fills this bottle up to this little tank area. Fills that up completely, and you don't got to worry about overjuicing anything. That's why today I'm bringing it to you on top of this red mosaic Spruzza. So go ahead and get my coils measured up a little bit. Okay, now I got those all trimmed up nice. I'll go ahead and insert these directly in. Boom. And boom. Okay. Make sure that they are completely down to the base. And then go ahead and just tighten away. Always make sure you have a nice tight connection. Don't want any ohms fluctuating. You want a true read on your build. Just bend directly over. Very reminiscent of the Galatek. Real fast before we go any further, I just wanted to give you guys a look at what the squonk pin looks like. Right out the box, it may look like there's a squonk pin already inserted, but in actuality, there's not. This is the normal 510. It's going to come with a very small Allen key, and if you were to stick it into the 510 area, you would actually be able to remove somewhat of a plug. It's kind of like a grub nut that you would find on most build decks. So this little pin here is what you would remove to make it squonkable. Now I'm running this on my Lustro, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this inserted. But this way you guys get a better idea of what you're looking for, what you're looking at, and how to make it squonkable. Okay, nice and tight, nice and snug. Obviously don't over tighten. Don't want to strip that in there. Don't want to cross thread anything. All right, now let's get to wicking this. I just want to point out a couple things. You know, I'm sure everybody out there that follows us and that loves our products, you guys know that we're the first out here bringing you innovative things. I truly feel like every other company out there learns from us. You know, they follow our lead. You know, which is actually, it's very flattering. At the same time, it's kind of sad. But you know, obviously we're doing something right. All right, so you're gonna want to trim it. You don't want to trim it just to where the wick touches the juice. So you barely want it poking out through the bottom. Just barely. If you have too much with any RDTA, it will not wick properly. So I recommend cutting about there. Very easy to build upon, might I add. I was really a big fan of the Galatek, so once this one came in and I got to try a sample version, I fell in love instantly. Definitely one of my favorite addies. If you take a look at the bottom, let's see if I can remove this so you guys get a better shot, better look at it. Now, you want your cotton leads to just barely poke through. You want that right there, because anything longer, it's gonna have trouble re-wicking juice back up to the top here. So this is ideal. A little more wouldn't hurt, but obviously too much is not good. There's an old saying, too much of a good thing is never actually good. Same applies here. Boom. All right, so that's what we got going on here. Now, this is what I recommend doing just to maximize your juice output. I would go ahead and fill the Squonk box first. So right here, newly released Hawaiian POG ICE. Sure to be a good seller. Everybody out there that's ever loved Hawaiian POG now comes in a menthol form. Delicious. Delicious. Open this box up a little more so I can get it all in here. Okay, now I got that all filled up. Okay, so just to give you guys a little demonstration of how it actually pumps up into the bottle, into the RTA. I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but if you look, it's starting to actually fill up into the actual tank itself. Okay. So you see the juice up in the tank. All right, so that's how it squonks up into there. But this is a little tip for me personally. This is what I like doing. I myself like to fill up this bottle completely and then fill up the top, maximizing my juice to 10 milliliters, being 6 here in the actual SSS system and 4 here, giving them a maximum of 10 milliliters of juice. You want to take this and squish it directly in, and it's going to go ahead and fill it up. Now, this obviously would be a lot easier if you had a Chubby Gorilla bottle, but it's okay because we have to go ahead and rejuice this anyways, seeing how it's new cotton. Alright, Now let's go ahead and crank this up to a higher wattage, more desirable for this build. These are Oni pre-built, 2626 parallel with a 40 gauge nichrome wrap. I usually run these about 75 to 80 watts. So I think today we're going to go ahead and go to about 80. So I've gone ahead and adjusted my wattage to 80 because that's usually what I run upon this. Go ahead and break this cotton in. Alright, so just so you guys get a better look at, once again, watch the tank here. Now it's completely full. There's also a small airflow right here, a little air hole. This right here is going to help with re-wicking. So when you're actually pulling and drawing on it, it's going to suck through here, getting rid of any negative vacuum. It's going to allow the juice to recycle and refill much more easier. Alright, let's go ahead and throw this cap back on it. Go ahead and slap this door back on. Take a look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful red anodized frame. Velvety, smooth mosaic doors. What can you ask for more? So that was the first look at the Nefarius. Wonderful RDTA. Innovative, first of its kind, top feed, bottom feed, you know, and it sits on top of this very beautiful Spruzza. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. If you guys haven't done so already, check us out. We're also going to be doing a giveaway on these Spruzzas. Check this out, man. This modder here, next level.